If you like theme park news, then you came to the right place. We're going to be breaking down everything that happened over this past week. And we have some crazy news. We, of course, have some rumors. Wait a second, Marineland isn't closing? Oh, but it gets even crazier than that. Because Steel Curtain might just be closing for the rest of the year. But that's not even the craziest story of the week. Because another roller coaster at Kennywood might have been struck by lightning. Yikes, this has been a rough week for Kennywood. So let's take a look at everything, and as always, let's dive in. For our first story of the week, Tennessee might be getting a brand new roller coaster. Apparently, a shipment of the Coma track has been ordered and is getting sent to Nashville Zoo. Now, this is definitely not the first time a zoo has decided to add a roller coaster. And according to the details we have so far, it appears that it would be a Vekoma Family Boomerang racing coaster, which actually sounds pretty cool. I honestly feel like this would fit really well at something like a zoo. The whole family can ride it. There's two sides, so it adds another racing element to it, and it makes the zoo look like a very valuable place to spend your time. There's roller coasters, animals, and tons of stuff to do. So overall, this looks really cool. Now let's just keep our fingers crossed that this actually goes through and gets built. And on a quick side note, Hyperia and Kings Island's due for 2024 attraction, Snoopy's Soapbox Racer, the Vekoma Family Boomerang, have both made successful test runs, so their opening should be right around the corner. Heading out to Japan for our next rumor. So if you haven't heard, Tokyo Disneyland is doing a major refurbishment of their Space Mountain. And we just got some very interesting pictures with what might be something like a switch track or a drop track, similar to that of Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. So this could make this refurbishment really interesting. And I would love to see the other Space Mountain clones get this too, because it would really make that ride just way better. And it would add something to really make it exciting. So let's hope that Disney decides to do this with their other Space Mountains. For our next story, in an unfortunate series of events, the backlot tram at Universal Studios Hollywood unfortunately collided with another tram, injuring 15 people. Luckily, no one was severely injured and everyone will be okay. We haven't gotten an official reason why this happened yet, but it does appear that it was an issue with the brakes. These events are always unfortunate, and we're all super glad that nobody was seriously injured. So if you are visiting Universal Studios Hollywood, I would definitely expect some potential closures with the trams as they get inspected to make sure this does not happen again. And again, we're all super thankful that nobody was seriously injured. It is now time to discuss the three biggest stories of the week, starting off with Marineland. Marineland will be opening for the 2024 season on June 28th, and they will be open for 7-day operations this summer. This was definitely something I did not expect, but with them responding to the rumors and everything, saying that they were opening, I was expecting some sort of weekend-only operations, but it is good to see them open 7 days a week. And they did say that they were, quote, focusing on core attractions, meaning that they might want to be redefining what the park is truly known for, whether that be more of an amusement park or more of kind of a zoo aquarium type park, I guess. I mean, they do have the option to go either way. They are named Marineland, so they could shift to more of a marine life focus, but they do still have a couple of amusement park attractions, so they could decide to stay more of an amusement park. So it does appear that Marineland might not be fully open, but at least it's open at all. The park did also state that they are under new management, so I'm very intrigued to see what direction the new management takes Marineland in. We still don't have any details on who the new owners are, but of course I will keep you guys updated on any new news regarding Marineland or their new owners. So make sure you're subscribed so you do not miss out on any of that. So hopefully Marineland is safe, and I'm really excited to see what happens under new management. I can't wait to see what you guys do next. But this week's news gets even crazier from here, because Kennywood just announced that Steel Curtain will be closed for the rest of 2024. So if you didn't know, Steel Curtain has been having some issues since it launched. And it's been floating around that Steel Curtain might be closing for the rest of 2024 for a little bit, but Kennywood's finally confirmed that. And a lot of people have been worried that Kennywood was going to have to make this move. And Kennywood said that they are going to work to, quote, fix these problems. And to, quote, find a long-term solution to increase reliability and longevity. And Steel Curtain has been having a lot of issues. And I don't blame Kennywood for this move. Sure, it's annoying and everything, but when a roller coaster is struggling to operate reliably and you just feel like it's doing this all the time, you gotta go and try to fix it. Now, Kennywood hasn't said what they're going to do to try to fix Steel Curtain, but I would assume there are probably going to be like new sensors, new control panel, maybe even new trains. But I highly doubt that they are going to make any major changes to the layout of the ride. That just doesn't really make sense unless there is a specific part of the ride that's causing all of these issues. So hopefully Kennywood is able to resolve these problems and get Steel Curtain running reliably for 2025. Steel Curtain does look like a good coaster, but I'm not sure I agree with the theme. The Steelers are terrible, Bengals all the way. But regardless of what your favorite football team is, let's just hope Kennywood can get this coaster up and running for 2025. But don't worry, it gets even crazier from here. And when I said Kennywood has had a rough week, I really meant it. Because on top of Steel Curtain closing for the rest of 2024, one of Kennywood's coasters almost got struck by lightning. That's right, Thunderbolt at Kennywood was very close to getting struck by lightning. Now, luckily, no riders were even in the park, I believe, at the time, and no one was injured whatsoever. And the fire crews did get to Kennywood quickly, preventing the fire from spreading and burning down even more stuff, which would have made this already pretty bad situation even worse. So let me explain what actually happened. So a lot of pictures made it look like the coaster was actually one on fire, but what if I told you it really wasn't? Because apparently it was the sign of an ice cream stand that caught on fire. Not even the coaster at all. But it was really, 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 really close to spreading to this coaster and potentially causing a lot of damage. Honestly, when you take a step back and look at this is really a crazy situation. Luckily, the coaster and everybody is fine, and I believe the coaster is already operating normally once again. So shout out to Kennywood and the fire crews who kept this coaster safe for many, many years to come. And we all got super lucky that this coaster wasn't the one struck by lightning, because that could have been really bad. Before you go, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you want to see more coaster content just like this. And if you missed last week's theme park news update, check it out on your screen right now. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.